JBN, we keep you informed. Body of 9-year-old Auguston boy who got washed away found. The body of 9-year-old Kyle Richards, which was washed away by floodwaters on Wednesday, was found in Arborview, St. Andrew yesterday morning. The police's corporate communication unit, CCU, has confirmed that the body of the schoolboy has been found. Kyle, who lives in Augustown, was on his way from school when he reportedly fell in a drain and was swept away by the raging waters. Residents of the community went in search of the young Kyle in the days that followed, but his body was not found until yesterday. Teen shot dead was on radar for shooting of 6-month-old, says cops. The police are reporting that a teenager who was fatally shot by law enforcers after he reportedly pointed a firearm at them in St. James last Monday was on their radar in respect of the shooting death of a 6-month-old baby girl and the injuring of 3 others in Hollywood in Hendon, Norwood, St. James earlier this month. The deceased, 19-year-old Akeem Frey of Ogre Lane, Norwood in the parish, was killed on Monday. The police said they were investigating whether Frey was one of several gunmen who on Saturday, September 7, pounced on patrons at a bar in the Hollywood Square of Hendon. The assailants opened gunfire, hitting the 2 teenagers before leaving the scene on foot. Further reports were that before fleeing the community, the men fired gunshots into a house which was occupied by the baby and her mother, who both sustained gunshot wounds. All 4 injured persons were assisted to the hospital, where the baby, later identified as Tira Thompson, was pronounced dead. Investigations relating to Frey have suffered a major blow with his death. It is alleged that sometime after 3 p.m., a patrol was being conducted by members of the security forces in a section of Norwood when they observed men, including Frey, acting in a suspicious manner. The men suddenly fled the area and the law enforcers gave chase. Frey was later allegedly seen removing a firearm from his waistband. He then reportedly pointed the gun at the security forces, who by that time had approached him. The security team reportedly took evasive action and then shot Frey. He was pronounced dead at the hospital. A Smith & Wesson 9mm pistol with 7 9mm rounds of ammunition were reportedly seized by the security team from the teen's possession. The Independent Commission of Investigations INDECOM has launched a probe into the circumstances surrounding the fatal shooting. Teenager held following gun and ammo seizure in Vineyard Town, Kingston. A teenager was apprehended by police and an illegal firearm reportedly seized during a snap raid in sections of Vineyard Town in Kingston last week. Police report that about 10 a.m., a team of law enforcers went to the community, and during a search of a premises, a Smith & Wesson firearm and several rounds of ammunition were found. The teenager was also apprehended and taken into custody for questioning. The name of the suspect has not been released, as he has so far not been charged with any offense. Mobay Pride sues Mayor Davis and the Municipal Corporation, banned from using the Montego Bay Cultural Center for some of their Montego Bay Pride events. The LGBT group has filed a judicial review against Montego Bay Mayor Omar Davis and the St. James Municipal Corporation. The case was filed on Tuesday, September 24, in the Supreme Court by founder and development coordinator Maurice Tomlinson, who is also an attorney at law. Lawyers from Jamaican Justice JFJ are representing the gay rights group. The mayor on September 13 reportedly refused to give permission for the group to use the facility, stating that it was necessary to preserve the sacredness of the space. In his application for judicial review, Tomlinson stated that by rescinding the permission given to Montego Bay Pride by the Cultural Center, the decision of the mayor and the municipal corporation was discriminatory, unconstitutional, and ultra-vires. The group has hosted LGBT meetings in the center over the last 4 years. Tomlinson added that the decision by the mayor and the municipal corporation to ban us has been devastating, with far-reaching implications. Citing this decision, other venues that were to host our events cancelled, and the police said that so much anti-gay sentiment has been whipped up in the city that it would be impossible to safely hold or walk for rights. Tomlinson said he was mobbed and attacked by vendors who support the mayor while he stood outside the cultural center 2 Thursdays ago. The mayor and the municipal corporation have effectively denied vulnerable LGBT Montegonians any safe place in the city, even though we are tax-paying members of the public, and many of us are central to the country's vital tourism industry. The decision has to be reversed, he argued. Meanwhile, the JFJ said information they have received suggests that the decision to revoke access to a public meeting space was potentially unlawful and based principally on the personal views of one individual. In a free and democratic society, the personal views of public officials, regardless of the issue or group, are not what determine if people can access public spaces for peaceful and lawful discourse, said JFJ. When contacted, Mayor Davis said he was not aware of any claim being filed and at the appropriate time the matter would be addressed. Gunmen rob remittance outlet in Santa Cruz. The police are investigating an armed robbery of a remittance outlet in Santa Cruz, St. Elizabeth on Friday. Reports are that about 11:30 p.m., 5 men posed as customers at the establishment and then pulled firearms, holding the employees and customers at gunpoint. A security guard at the outlet was also relieved of his firearm. The robbers then proceeded to rob the tellers of cash. They then fled from the building into a waiting motor car. It is not clear the amount of cash that was stolen. The St. Elizabeth police have had to contend with several brazen robberies of business establishments in sections of the parish this year. Among the targeted establishments have been remittance outlets. 100 wheelchairs donated to Health Ministry and KPH. 100 wheelchairs have been donated to the Ministry of Health and Wellness and the Kingston Public Hospital KPH by the international non-profit organization, the Wheelchair Foundation, to help improve services within the public health sector. Each of the 2 agencies of government will receive 50 wheelchairs to help to give greater comfort to patients who access services at public health institutions. The chairs have been donated through the Foundation's local partners, the Rotary Club of St. Andrew, under its wheelchair project, and the Skills Training Institute's Operation Friendship. A symbolic handover took place on Thursday, September 26 at Operation Friendship in Kingston. In his address, Health and Wellness Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton thanked the charity organization and its stakeholders for the donation and encouraged other private citizens and institutions to do their part to revitalize the spirit of volunteerism in the society. It is important to highlight the critical role that volunteerism and giving back play in the development of our society. This initiative has mushroomed into a significant contribution to public health, he said. For her part, Acting Chief Executive Officer of the KPH and the Victoria Jubilee Hospital, Kathleen Cooper Brown, also expressed her gratitude for the donated wheelchairs. The KPH has evolved into the largest multidisciplinary hospital in the government health service, as well as the largest trauma center in the public health system that sees over 500 persons daily. These wheelchairs are a tremendous contribution that will assist our patients for whom walking is difficult due to illness, injury, or disability, she said. Meanwhile, past president of the Rotary Club of St. Andrew and the chairman of the Wheelchair Project Committee, Lloyd Eubank Green, told JIS News that in addition to the 100 wheelchairs that have been donated to the ministry and the KPH, an additional 180 chairs are to be distributed by the Rotary Club of St. Andrew to persons in need. A lot of Jamaicans become injured by various means, and they cannot afford a wheelchair. One of these wheelchairs costs $55,000. So this is a valuable service we're offering, he said. The Wheelchair Foundation has distributed some 2 million wheelchairs in over 150 countries, with Jamaica getting just over 7,000. Persons interested in receiving a wheelchair can contact the Rotary Club of St. Andrew or call 876-833-6594 for further details. PMP names Nita Deputy General Secretary, Paulwell Campaign Director. The National Executive Council, NEC, of the People's National Party, PMP, convened yesterday in Monique St. Anne, where it elected Natalie Nita to the post of Deputy General Secretary of the party. Nita is Member of Parliament for North Central St. Catherine, joins Basil Waite and Senator Wentworth Skeffrey to complete the Deputy General Secretary positions. Chairman Fitz Jackson and Deputy Chairman Horace Daly were also returned unopposed, while Vice President Philip Paulwell was named the party's campaign director. At yesterday's meeting, the NEC, which is the party's second highest decision-making body, also instructed the party to embark on a series of town hall meetings across the island over the next 6 months to share and discuss its covenant document with the public. The covenant, which was developed and launched in 2018, is a plan of deliberate actions comprising proposals and policies that the party intends to implement when it forms the government. To this end, the NEC has tasked the Secretariat to focus on must-win constituencies, which will ensure a PNP victory at the next general election. The NEC also elected 11 new members to the executive body. They are Patricia Sutherland Duncan, Andre Hilton, Valentine Wint, Floyd Morris, Shane Alexis, Noel Soley Jr., Norman Perry, Carl Kirkland, Alric Campbell, Dennis Gordon, and Venetia Phillips. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to like, subscribe, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.